There is only one perfect solution. There are clues that will try to trick our team.
Hello there everyone, I'm Crazy Caleb, and today we are taking a look at another KTANE modded module tutorial. This tutorial is going to cover life iteration. Now, this looks very familiar to a Game of Life module. Now, for those of you who do not know Game of Life, it is recommended that you do know and understand the rules of Game of Life, because this module is essentially Game of Life, but with multiple stages. So, there is a square display, that is the only difference between this, and a green background that symbolizes this module and separates them apart from the others. So what we have to do with this is essentially based off of this number between that will show a number between 2 and 4, apply the rules of Conway's Game of Life for each generation until the generation number matches the number shown on the display. So for those of you who don't know how Game of Life works, essentially what this module is let's give this example right here. So, if a square is black, the white neighboring squares have, if they are greater than or less than 3, the square will stay black. However, if it's exactly 3, it turns white. In this example, right here, this tile right here, considering all of the 8 adjacent spots around it, diagonally and orthogonally adjacently, there are exactly three spaces around it, so we would change this to a white square. However, if a square is white, it has different rules. If the white neighboring squares are less than 2 or greater than 3, it turns it to black. If the white neighboring squares are exactly 2 or exactly 3, it stays white. So, just in case if you don't know those rules, that's the brief synopsis of it. So, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that black square. It doesn't consider it's an instant spontaneous rate of change. It doesn't consider squares that change at the same time. So in this case, this spot would not be considered, as it's going to be changed at the same time as other white squares. So looking around, this one has one adjacent white cell, so we would mark that as getting changed to black. This has 2 adjacent spots. This has 2 adjacent white cells around it, so we will not change that, as it says here. If equals 2 or equals 3, stays white. And this one only has 1, so we would change that to black. So, hope you guys know the Game of Life rules, but this is essentially doing it multiple times. So the nice thing about this is you might be wondering, how did I do this? This is essentially right-clicking on the interactive version of it, and it will give you the module. It will give you a little square, and that represents what you can marks a cell that needs to be changed in the next iteration. So let's do this. So we have a couple examples here. So let's go through this. Let's go through this module. So let's graph each of these white cells out onto the module, like so. Normally, Game of Life, you would read this via rows. So for example, 3, 6, then 2, 6, then 2, then 4, then 1, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, 6, excuse me, then 1. Columns of 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3. That's just for confirmation purposes, but that's generally the meta of how people read it. So now let's go through this module using our Game of Life rules that we found from Life Iteration. Actually, I don't need this manual anymore, so let's close that. So, 1 square, 1 white square, 1 white square, 1 white square. I generally go through the whites first, just the white cells first, just to make sure that they either exist or don't exist. It's a much easier process for me to visualize it. And yeah, so there's 2 here, there's 2 white cells around it, there's 1, there is 0, so that's gone. There is 2, there is 3, there is 4, that's gone. There is 3, there is 1, there's 1, there's 1, there's 1. Now let's go through the black cells. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, that becomes different. That changes to white. 1, 2, 2, 3, there we go. That changes to white. 1, 1, 2, 1. 2, 2, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 1, 0. 2, 2, 2, 2. 5, that doesn't matter. 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2. So these will be these highlighted cells will be the changes for the first iteration. So let's go change these, and then we will right-click them to get rid of them, and move on to the second iteration. So let's do these. Let's do this one more time. 2, 2, 2. Then 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now the black cells. Nothing on the first row applies. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 0, 0. 1, nothing else. 4, 1, 0, 0, 0. 3, 0, 0, whatever. And then whatever. So we're going to change these few quick ones and remove the highlights, and this is what we will submit as our answer. So as using the way we input Game of Life, we have row 1 is empty, row 2 is 2, 3, row 3 is 2, 3, row 4 is 2, row 5 is 1, 2, row 6 is 1, row 7 is 1, 2, row 8 is empty. Columns of 3, 5, 2, 0, 0, 0. Hit the submit button, and just like that is the solved module. I'm going to do one more example, and I'm going to go through it a little bit faster in the way that I do it, just because me discussing this, it doesn't seem really necessary. So, now we have to do it 3 times. So remember that the range could be from 2 to 4 times, which it can get annoying after a while, I will admit. So, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3. Just make sure. Okay, that checks out. Move in all the highlights. All right, let's do it 2 more times. You're gone. 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. Okay, this will be the second iteration. Two, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. And now for the black squares. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, and that should be it. Alright, now that we've gone through 3 iterations of this, let's clear the module. Row 1 and row 2 are empty. Row 3 is 3, 4. Row 4 is 2, 3, 4. Row 5 is 2. Row 6 is 3, 4. Row 7 is 3, 5. Columns of 2, 4, 3, 1, 0. That 0 was at the beginning as well, just forgot to mention it. Submit. And just like that is the solved module. As always, thank you guys for watching. You guys probably could have figured this out on your own, but whatever. Stay crazy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.